The act of throwing a pie in someone's face has become a comedy classic, along the same silly lines as slipping on a banana peel. A pie is unexpectedly thrown in someone's face, and they are left to clean up the crumbs. People find it hilarious, whether it's because of the surprise of the attack, the victim's response, or the overall appearance of innocence. Pie throwing appears in a wide variety of media, including movies, television series, political rallies, and charity events. What inspired this comic act, and how has it changed over the years? We'll have to examine a period of early Hollywood history to get the solution. The birth of a classic. The pie in the face joke probably first appeared on stage as a part of vaudeville shows. In 1909, the first pie gag appeared on screen. The silent film Mr. Flip depicted a man, played by Ben Turpin, bothering various women until he is finally stopped when a pie is pushed into his face. There is some debate about whether the act was truly a pie throwing, and no copies of the film are known to exist. Max Sennett established Keystone Studios in 1912. Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle and Mabel Normand threw the first pies in a Keystone movie the following year. The trope rapidly established itself as a studio mainstay. In fact, there were so many pies consumed that they needed a separate bakery. The solution was located across the street from the studio. Pies for the studio would come from Sarah Brenner's store. Keystone placed so many dessert orders that the studio eventually replaced Keystone as her primary client. Charlie Chaplin claimed that Brenner's Pie Shop's pies were the greatest in the area and that they were delectable. Perhaps having a pie thrown in your face isn't so bad after all. A mother never gets hit with a custard pie. The pies used for these films were preferably custard pies, mainly for their appropriate messiness. The topping was also specific to the person getting hit with the pie. Whipping cream could be selected for someone wearing dark clothing. The addition of chocolate or another dark topping was made for those wearing lighter clothing. This was all done to better illustrate the chaos on screen. As innocent as the act was, Sennett created rules on who could and couldn't get hit with a pie. Since the person getting hit was being humiliated and was seen as the antagonist, he set the rule that a mother never gets hit with a custard pie. Mothers-in-law, yes, but mothers, never. Sometimes more is better. If seeing one person being hit with a pie is funny, then seeing many people being hit with many pies must be downright hilarious, right? Hollywood writers and directors appeared to have this mindset as pie-throwing scenes developed into full-fledged pie fights. Behind the Screen, a 1916 Charlie Chaplin film, showed the first instance of this conflict. The Battle of the Century, a 1927 Laurel and Hardy comedy film, featured the largest pie fight to date. Before filming, Stan Laurel said, "If we make a pie picture, let's make a pie picture to end all pie pictures. Let's give them so many pies that there will never be room for any more pie pictures in the whole history of the movies." The comedy pair accomplished that. The Los Angeles Pie Company provided pies to the studio before the sequence was filmed, including custard, banana, blueberry, cherry, coconut, raspberry, and lemon cream. There were 4,000 pies in total. $18,000 pastry bill. Despite making a pie picture to end all pie pictures, the pie battle scenes showed no signs of stopping. Comedy films weren't complete without the odd pie flying through the air. The Great Race, released in 1965, showed another of the great pie battles. With a budget of $200,000 for the pie fight scene, including a pastry bill of $18,000, the scene took 5 days to shoot. It used over 1,000 pies and one comically large cake. For all this work, the pie fight takes up 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the movie. Pie throwing off-screen. Off-screen, pie throwing seems to be just as funny and humiliating as Hollywood has led us to believe. In addition to having words thrown at them, politicians and other public figures have become the target of these flying pastries. In a more entertaining way, pie throwing has become a staple for charity fundraisers and local fairs. The future of pie throwing. Since 1909, the pie-in-the-face trope has been used in countless movies and television shows. From The Three Stooges to Bugs Bunny, No one is safe from the flying pastry. For some, it's a hilarious act, while for others, it couldn't be any less funny. But no matter what you think about the stunt, it doesn't look like pie throwing is going anywhere anytime soon.